Hey everybody, about to leave, but I got some new tea I have to try and some samples. So before I leave, I want to really try my new oolong. It's from Rougui Mountain in China, and this is the very first tea I fall in love with, like as far as like traditional tea that give me that wow kind of like effect. It's like wow, I can't believe I never had anything this good before. So this is a new batch. I think I tried it a few months back, but I can't remember now. So I have to retry it again. This is Ta Hong Pao. There are a few tea I want to try. Hey Mel, if you're on the way, you can try this too. This new batch of Ta Hong Pao. Very excited. So normally they taste kind of sweet and really soothing, kind of like chocolatey. Smells amazing. So I have only a kilo of this tea, and the reason is because I want to make sure I really like this tea before I get some more. So this is first tea. It's Ta Hong Pao. I'm gonna use boiling water. Let's see if the new batch is as good as before. Well, I guess we're gonna have a guest pretty soon. So it's a surprisingly a quiet Saturday evening here at Tien West. Most of my tea tasting seems like to be happen a lot earlier nowadays on Saturday. So that's why I'm able to do live on Saturday evening, which is kind of nice. Just waiting for the water right now. Also planning to try this Hawaiian volcanic water too, because a lot of these oolong they have a lot of minerals. So I'm hoping actually this water is gonna improve the flavor even better. But I'm gonna use regular water first for now. Alright, so let's just rinse this tea real quick. Very, very quickly. Hey Jen! I haven't tried the other white tea yet. I'm trying some new oolong first because I have to place orders soon. Alright. The rinse of this kind of oolong, it sometimes is called zero infusions just because they actually taste pretty sweet. So I have a lot of people that like to drink the rinse. Hello Jen, how are you? Happy Saturday. A lot of people busy on Saturday. What is that I am trying? I am trying Ta Hong Pao. It's a roasted oolong from Rougui Mountain. It's a blend of 4 different type of Rougui oolong blended by the tea master. Yep. So I'll wait for you until you get here before we try this. My only concern is the pH level is pretty high. In the past, when I try a tea with the high pH level, it seems to not perform very well. But this is Hawaiian volcanic water, so maybe it will taste good. So this is the rinse. Tastes slightly weak, but it's very sweet. Usually you want to wait until it's cooled down because the flavor is not completely, I mean, it's like a really quick rinse. You're not supposed to drink this. But if you let it cool, it's actually you're going to taste it more. But I don't have the patience, so I'm just gonna dump it. Usually, I will like have like a second cup for this. All right. So this is the first infusion of this year Ta Hong Pao. I need to get more if it's good. Every time there's a good tea, it's always sold out too quick. And then sometimes, sometimes I buy a tea that is not that popular too much, and then nobody buy it. So it's best to always sample them. Water from your hometown. Hawaiian water should be pretty good. I don't know. I hope so. Ooh. Especially Hawaiian, I mean, it's volcanic, and I'm guessing the mineral is gonna match pretty well with this oolong. I just had a suishen earlier, so this is almost like suishen is the same kind of like roasted oolong. This reminded me a little bit of that. It's kind of drunky. It's kind of like almost like weed kind of smells, but it's not that bad. It's like really sweet, kind of like weed. Mm. I'm gonna try to make it stronger because I feel like it's not strong enough. Hmm. The color is pretty nice. Hmm. Because I want to try multiple infusion. I'm not gonna finish this, especially I already doing back-to-back tasting earlier, so I'm pretty, I'm pretty teed out. I just have to try this new teas. Mm. Sometimes it's difficult to drink wee oolong when you haven't had anything like food-wise. I haven't had dinner yet, so it's really challenging trying to sample this, and that's why it's important for you to always keep giving them sample days and days, not just one time. So we're gonna see. At least let's see if I'm like super happy with this batch. And then I'll probably have to try it again with different customers. So somebody is coming soon. Hi, Will. Hmm. Just got a message. Let me check real quick. Yeah, the flavor is much better. It's a little bit woody. It's sweet wood. It's a little bit spicy. Um, there's like even like a roasted flavor. Tiny hints of chocolate notes. Oh yeah, the second brew is definitely way better. Way better. It's interesting because a lot of time people try the first infusion and then they quickly judge how good the tea is. I wouldn't do that. You need to kind of like give this a try many more times. AJP Films, Mel is trying to share with you a thing that compliment that will love run to into you. I love it when two of my customers just connect at the shop. This tea shop really connect a lot of people. This is like the adult healthy version of a tea bar in a way. So many of my customers, some of them become like friends for life. I met a lot of friends for life. So looking at the interaction between two of my random customers, and probably hopefully become like a really close friend in the future. You know, it's kind of exciting. So I'm very fortunate because I'm basically just having people come to my shop and just connect, listening to their life story. It's a lot of fun. All right, now it's gonna be really, really strong. That's when you really know how good your tea is. Does it taste bitter? Right? This is only third infusion, so it's gonna be really strong. But second infusion so far is killing it. It's really good. First infusion, a little bit disappointing. Let's do third infusion. The second infusion is definitely the highlight so far. Anybody nearby, if you want to try this tea, feel free to stop by. I'll be here for the next probably 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Yeah, this performed better than my dark roast Koshang Rougui, because I just had it earlier. When I'm like brewing it really strong, the Koshang Rougui is kind of rough. This is a lot smoother. I can imagine that I can brew this again and again. Mm. Now I just had this. I am going to see if I can try it with the same tea. I'm gonna try it with the Hawaiian volcano water, and let's see how it changes. But I gotta start over because you can't reuse the tea, in my opinion, if you wanna like properly sample them. So Mel, hopefully you'll be here soon, because I'm gonna try it with this new water. It's always a lot of fun trying out new water. If you never play with your water, you're really missing out. So I recommend you kind of like explore whatever water out there in your local grocery store, and just kind of like grab one or two bottle, and then use that water for the same tea that you've been using, you know, and see if you notice the difference. Okay. So, unfortunately, I only have one bottle, so I don't have a lot of room for mistakes. I'm just gonna put like a third way. Keep in mind too, a lot of time with like this kind of water, you don't want to keep boiling them. But if you keep boiling them, like keep it at a certain temperature, you're gonna remove some of the oxygen. It's gonna make the water taste a little bit flat. So best is like right away. Right, like you boil it and use it right away. I'm gonna do another 4 grams. Brew Hojita and Winter Alisan today. It was a decent combo. Huh. What do you mean by like combo? Do you like drink them side by side? Or do you actually mix the two teas together? Did I not read what you posted? I'm sorry. Did you actually like talk about that? I'm asking you a question that maybe you already say something in your post. But you know, if blending it together, that the one that I feel like is gonna be the safest will be like a white tea. I see a lot of people have been mixing white tea with like fresh fruits. I think that's a good idea. Oh, I think this is 3.5 gram. No, it's good. Yeah, I'm gonna put a little bit more. So brew them together in the gaiwan. Interesting. As a test of flavors. I gotta do that. I know more and more people try to do that. Alishan. Alishan and Hojicha. Interesting. I shared it. uh, Sometimes I see you tag me and like, and then I will like share it immediately. And I thought you're just sharing like what you drink, but I should have listened more about what you're actually trying to do. Hey Vince. Alright, I'm gonna rinse it. That's that's why I like to put captions on my video, because I know people sometimes doesn't even listen to what I say. And especially if I'm like at work, I have customers a lot of times. I'm just gonna want to share it as quickly as I seen it. So I didn't know. First thought, darker, right? I'm using same 4 grams, just change the water, and you can tell immediately it's already darker. All I did is change to Hawaiian water instead of my filter water that I add a little bit minerals to it, right? I feel like it's thicker, but yet somehow it mutes some of the minerals, which is not what I expected. I feel like I'm losing some flavor, but at the same time, it's still a little bit. It feels thicker. The mouthfeel is better. Yep, like a burnt caramel color. Yeah, it looks definitely deeper. You gotta try this, Mel. I don't know how far are you. Hopefully you'll be here soon. Right. So earlier, the second infusion was the highlight. Oh, look at that. Mel is here. Hi, Mel. Can you lock the door? In case some crazy people shows up. I know. So in case some crazy people shows up. Oh, well, good. Get your cups. You saw the Master Roshi teapot? Yeah.
Are you gonna have Goku?
Oh, I don't know. Charlene is the one who get those. I don't even know.
If you have Master Roshi, you have to get like the other characters.
Yeah. But maybe the other character.
Master Roshi.
Maybe the other character was not funny enough. Where do you want to sit? Yeah. There. Guess I won't be able to get in the door lock. I guess not. You're too late.
Locked out.
You're too late.
Yeah. Alright.
Alright. So this is first infusion. The flavor is okay on the first infusion. Earlier the highlight was the second infusion, so I changed the water. Let's see what you think. You know, whenever I do live, it's like a invitation for regulars to shows up.
Yeah, I can see the whole losing flavor a bit.
Right?
I wonder why that is.
I don't know. It's a good question. I think, again, this has a high pH level. This is like 7.7 to 8.4. So in my experience, a lot of tea that is like high pH level, they tend to make the tea taste a little bit more bland in a weird way. It's thicker, but it's not exciting. It's not really exciting. It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. But let's see second infusion.
Yeah.
So maybe this water is not that good after all. do it quicker.
Well, I haven't had it with the different water to know the difference. Can we try to brew it with a different water?
I already did. I have other tea. The other water I think is better. Otherwise, we will not go to dinner. I have two other tea I want to try.
So cute.
I know, right? So
It
I don't know if
comes off. His shell comes off.
I know if you guys haven't seen this.
This is so cute.
He is reading Hot Tokyo magazine, and the shell
It has little holes in it.
is the strainer. Ha.
It's so
Yeah,
cute.
it's pretty cool. Now, does it have a pee hole?
Oh my god.
I don't know. Can't see it. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think that's pee hole.
It
But,
says hot
you know,
Tokyo on the book.
the eyes looks like there are holes. Do you see there's like tiny holes on the eyes?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I wonder if that one is gonna squirt. It would be weird.
Squirting out of his eyes.
I know. All right, this water sucks. Let's here
Okay, we're
try a
gonna-
second if you like the aftertaste.
Try one more
The
time.
lingering feeling. I don't really
Try to get back on here.
care too much about it.
See what people are saying.
Oh. So it's AJP Films is watching. If you're still watching, you're welcome to join us too.
Yeah.
But Jen, you leave it too far, so. What is that emoji? I can't see. Oh, it's really bitter. What the hell? It's really bad. Wow, the water really makes a difference, and I brew it really quickly. Ugh.
Yeah, no.
It's really bad. This is a good tea, by the way, and then it's
I
suddenly.
want to like this tea, but it's underwhelming. I'm not sure why.
I'll be there in a week, not literally. if if somebody said not literally, that means they're not coming, right?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Or is it? What made it bitter? The water. Absolutely the water. Because I'm using exactly same temperature and everything. Absolutely the water. It's supposed to be good for you, but it's not good for tea. Now, typically you can't fix it by just changing the water, but let's see. I'm just gonna change the water and see what you think, Mel. Because I have the other water here. Right?
You should have told me. I would have brought more Fiji water.
No, I wasn't even planning to do this. I was just,
I was like, what is he doing?
I was
He's doing
just,
live right
I was
now.
just waiting for you.
Oh my goodness.
And you're like, and then I was chatting with my vendor, like, hey, Leo, you need to decide how much you want of this amazing Rougui because I'm almost sold out, something like that. So I'm like, okay, fine, I have to try it. Because this is supposed to be like the best one. The one we try is Ta Hong Pao. So I'm actually waiting for you to do this one.
I love Rougui. I absolutely love Rougui.
But have you had this one?
Not that one, but I love Rougui.
This is, if you like Rougui, this is like the pinnacle of a good Rougui. Hello, T-Mogul. I feel like, yeah, I think Greg introduced you to me, T-Mogul, right? So I can't wait to see you too. I heard you moving here. High pH can pull out weird stuff. I use high pH for a lot of things, and it will pull deep from plant material. I am wondering though if, because this tea will have a lot of minerals, too much of a good thing maybe become a bad thing. What if
That's
I'm like,
true.
what if I'm like using tea that not that good, tea that has no mineral flavor, tea that have no spice, like maybe like a white tea, I don't know.
Well, like alkaline water is supposed to be good for you, right? But
It's
then
supposed
it's
to
not always good for tea.
No. In fact, in the past, I've tried many times. They're almost never good, but I'm curious whenever I see a new brand of water. Rougui is tasty. Always show me something different. Yeah. The Rougui is the second favorite tea after I discovered this one. So, but this one is my number one all time now. Zhengyan Rougui. This is like the real, true
2021.
Rougui. No, it's actually 2022. I was
That's
just
what it
reusing
says.
the bag.
Oh, okay. He reuses bags.
I was
did not
reusing
know
the
that.
bag. Recycle. So I need to change the date.
Are you allowed to reuse tea bags? Doesn't it like contaminate like the
No,
tea?
it's just a storing. I mean, it's the same tea. They're just different
Oh,
year.
okay, okay.
I'm not like mixing jasmine tea with. That would be horrible. I'm using exactly the same tea. It's just a new harvest. See, this is regular water. You can tell immediately the color, right? The color is completely different. And I mean, to be fair, this is like the next infusion, but even that, I think the difference in color, it's pretty clear. And then again, like I said, you can't just fix it that way, but I'm still curious before I want to dump it.
No. Still a no for me.
I think it's a little bit better, right? It's not as bitter.
It's not as bitter, but it's also less tasting.
Yeah. So you can't just fix it that way. You have to start over in a way, which just sucks. But we're not gonna do that. I'm just gonna move on to the next tea, which is my favorite tea. This is a Zhengyan Rougui. They're not just regular Rougui. This is a Zhengyan. My regular Rougui is called Guoxiang Rougui. This is Zhengyan Rougui. This is the first time I had this. It blew my mind. And this is the first time I had it was only last year actually. And I'm very very proud about this tea.
Well, that makes me really excited.
This is the new batch, so we'll see. So if I like it, because I only have less than a kilo right now. If I like it, I want to get like 5 kilo maybe. I wish I would have rain a bit here. Oh, you say you live Rougui and that's on cold day. Absolutely.
DHP, Dahangpa, on a cold day.
Yeah. It's interesting how people just use DHP as the Taongbao. Like people automatically just, I don't know when did it start. Like everybody just know DHP mean Taongbao. But they don't say it with
Like drugs.
But they don't say it with Rougui, you know, Rougui RG. Like what the hell is RG? You know what I mean? Nobody say that to like other tea. Just Taongbao somehow get the special treatment. Right, this is the rinse of the Rougui. Using my regular water, but
I
it's
love
already,
this leaf.
you know,
This beautiful leaf. This is gorgeous.
you know,
Makes me happy.
I'm doing it for the gram.
You need like a little helper, like a little teapot that like holds this when you're not using it. Like you just put it like on the helper that like just holds it or something.
Can this guy hold it for me?
I don't think Master Roshi's gonna do it for you. I think he's.
He looks like he's on the toilet or something.
He looks like he's on the toilet.
There you go. He's like drinking it.
Oh my goodness.
Nope.
No, maybe not him.
No. That's trying too hard. Alright, let's try this.
Yeah.
I know. Oh my god, so much better. I don't know about you. That's the rinse, by the way. That's the rinse. This is.
That's like night and day from the other tea.
It has all the same flavor, but yet the overall feeling and experience is just so better, so much better.
We're still using the same water, right?
Same water. Oh,
Yum, yum, yum.
AJ, you gotta try this.
So good. I approve. Yes.
Oh my god.
Come through.
You gotta try this one. If you love Rougui, you love Tahongpao, this is gonna ruin it.
Get out of your PJs and come over here.
This is gonna ruin it, I promise. Because once you drink this, none of the other Rougui tastes that good.
It's very good.
Staying on top of my tea lingo, the DHP. What other? Is there any other tea? Did they actually spell it that way?
I don't know, but I feel like tea is, very similar to the way that.
This is so good. This is like dessert. It's in a weird way. It's really feel like dessert. Why is that? Because
I don't think it's like dessert.
it's just
but
the feeling,
very
the
refreshing.
satisfaction. It's like
It's not really sweet though. I wouldn't
it's
call
not.
this
That's
a
why
sweet
it's
tea.
kind of. It's not even about the flavor. It's like dessert. The whole experience is like when you haven't had sweet dessert for a long time.
It's like when you get a really good dessert and you're like, oh,
I'm not even
my
I'm not even talking
God.
about the flavor. I'm talking about like that feeling. It's like, oh my
Yeah.
god. I explained to a customer earlier, how do how do you know a good tea? Like honestly, it sometimes just make it simple.
Mhm.
If it makes you feel like, oh, it's amazing, like you don't even need to explain. You can tell from the face. Like this face is not lying. And you can tell the more I drink it, the happier I get. That's when you know the tea
Yes.
is good. If the tea makes you, if I'm starting to like looks like tired and cranky, then you know the tea does that.
Mhm.
Whenever I drink good tea like Rougui or like anything like this kind of tea, it's really changed my whole demeanor and my whole personality. Just suddenly, just so much more happy. And a lot of people never really talk about that. Oh man,
It's lovely.
it was amazing. It was amazing. If the Tahong Pao, I if I have to
Wow,
give
that's
a
quite
rating,
bit hotter. This
oh, be
last
careful.
brew was like really hot.
It's always hot. It's just you just drink it too fast.
That was
Yeah.
quite a bit hotter though.
Yeah. If the Tahong Pao, I will rate the Tahong Pao a 7 with the good water. This is like 9.5.
What was the water that you used before? Was it?
Just a regular filter water that our water,
Hmm.
you know. But that's before you got here. So if the Tahong Pao is like a 7, I would say that's a 7. You know, it's the only problem with the hot Tahong Pao, I feel like you kind of have to be experienced enough to make them. Like if you brew it perfectly, it will easily get as good as this or maybe a little bit less. But
What
with this
temperature
one,
are you on right now?
205.
Okay.
No, 201 right now.
Mm.
But with this, I feel like anybody can brew this and it tastes very consistent. That's the one drawback of the Tahong Pao. It's very good. It could really amaze a lot of people, but at the same time, I feel like there's a lot of potential if you actually brew it perfectly. With this, you just in and out, and anybody can make this tea and taste amazing.
Are you selling that? Or
Yeah.
is that the only one you
No,
have?
I'm selling it.
How much is that?
I don't remember. It's like 25 or 30.
Mm.
This is silver, by the way.
I may want one from you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because it's pretty.
Because it's pretty.
You like pretty stuff.
I do. I'm bougie.
Mm. Mm. Oh my god. We're gonna try a little bit more times, and then we're gonna try the new honey orchid. Yeah. I haven't really liked this vendor, honey orchid. This is the same vendor, so we'll see. But they're nice to send me 50 grams. They used to send me only like 10 grams, and I told them that 10 grams is not enough for me because I need to try it with many of my regulars.
That is true. It has
Because
to pass the muster and get the approval of many
everybody
people
have to
involved.
like it, not just me. You know, I'm very, what do you call it? Democrat? No, that's not Democrat. Like I like to listen to everybody's feedback.
That's good. That's how it should be.
Oh, you know what? What if I lower the temperature and then do it stronger? Let's see how it is. I'm starting to like my doing live. I don't have to do editing because now it's on YouTube. It forces me to post something on YouTube.
Mm. Well, you've gotten good at talking by yourself, so I think that's
I just
part
need to
of
get
it.
drunk first, and having an audience kind of helps a lot. So, yeah. Alright. It's pretty quiet Saturday evening. You know how usually Saturday here is like
I know.
really busy.
It's usually popping like it's hot.
Yeah. So it's kind of nice. I think next week though, it's gonna be busy. It seems like every 2 weeks I'm gonna be like all the rage just gonna shows up.
Mm.
Because we ended up drinking until midnight, 1 o'clock. I think they like still remember, like, oh, that was too much tea. So they have to take like 2 weeks break.
Well, I'm not usually off on a Saturday, so.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very rare. This is the second time.
I
Oh,
told you I was off this week on vacation for like 10 days.
Oh.
Yeah, this is
I'm
like
not
the last
listening.
day of my vacation. I go back to work tomorrow.
Oh, perfect timing. That's why you asked me. 7 o'clock, so we should still have time to get where we need to go. Let's just do one more time of this. This is. And then we're gonna do the honey orchid. Let's see. Honey orchid is one of the tea that surprises me. Like as far as like oolong. Like it was like the one that really opened my eyes. Like wow, there's this kind of flavor of oolong. Interesting though. It wasn't even a good honey orchid, but it just this kind of flavor doesn't really. It's not really available at a lot of Chinese places, you know, Chinese restaurants.
What kind of tea do they usually serve at a Chinese restaurant?
Like a cheap roasted oolong like this, or jasmine tea, or chrysanthemum.
Interesting.
That's the most common one. 3.6 gram. Love honey orchid. So we have 2 honey orchid. I just sold one of them to a really fancy 5-star restaurant, Chinese restaurant in LA, like
Ooh.
3 days ago. But I'm always looking for a good honey orchid. So I have 2 honey orchid now. So this is, we'll see if it can become the 3rd honey orchid. But I want to do this one more time. With lower temperature this time.
What did you lower it to?
195. It's still pretty high, but it's just much lower. Let's do this one. Anyway, we're not wasting time. I'm getting hungry. I actually haven't eaten anything, not even lunch.
Food.
My first appointment today was at noon, so I haven't really eaten anything. And it was like a back-to-back customers tea tasting.
How many grams?
3.6. Very full. Smell it.
Oh. It has like another scent to it too. What is that smell? It smells like something salty, like a snack, like a salty dried snack.
Yeah?
I
I feel like it's like really fruity. Alright, let's see. This is the last brew of this Rougui. And the colors. Usually, honestly, I will put more. This is only 4 grams. But often I put like 5 or 6 grams because this tea is so good even when you put that much. It doesn't really get bitter. It will be even better if you have like a yeasting teapot that is like been seasoned. This tea will taste even better.
Singularly, just for that one tea, or like seasoned with many teas?
I have not had any teapot that only do this one. I think it's too expensive. But I will guess it will be better.
I feel like some people have the dedication to just season a pot with one tea, because they have like so many teapots,
Yeah.
and so many gaiwans that like they can actually set aside one
I don't-
specific.
I don't have that
pot
patience.
For that.
I still prefer the higher temperature one. For some reason, it's missing the complexity, right?
Yeah.
So definitely strong brew, but quicker for that Rougui. All right, we're moving to the 3rd tea here, which is the honey orchid. Let's see how good this one is. Let's do the rinse first. The microphone is on. It's kind of difficult here.
I know.
I wish I could just
You're
hang
like
it.
running into it. Does it need to be that close to you?
Yeah, kind of. It's best if I can just hang it, but I don't have enough tripod. I just got another one though. So in the future, hopefully just on the top will be better. It's very sweet smell. Usually when it comes to honey orchid, it just smells like a peach. And then this will be sweet like a honey.
I'm getting the peach. I'm not getting the honey.
I know, right? I feel like the roast is a little bit heavy. It's kind of drunky.
It's very unique.
I don't know.
It's not what I thought honey orchid would taste like.
And like our other honey orchid, I think. So far, I think our other honey orchid is better. This is very, very drunky.
It's like quiet drunky, though. It's like a silent killer drunky. You can't really tell all that much.
It also have like an aftertaste that I'm not a fan of. And even the smell. It's even the smell. There's something about it that feel very almost artificial. What do you think?
Yeah, kind of. It reminds me of a flavored tea without like any overpowering like flavor involved other than that like kind of floral peachy note.
Yeah, the aftertaste is a little bit too.
Like you can't tell what kind of tea it is by drinking it, but you can taste like something.
Because when you drink it, it's not that bitter.
Some kind of aftertaste.
But the aftertaste leaves a bitter note. When you drink it, it doesn't. But there's like a bitter note that stays in my mouth. And I hate it. The more you drink it, the more I hate it. The aftertaste is bitter.
Yeah.
It should be sweet, but it's not.
It has that quality to it.
Right?
Yeah.
It really leaves a bitter aftertaste. So, I don't know. A little bit disappointing. I really want to like this because I like the vendor, but maybe I put too much. But again, good tea shouldn't be an excuse if
I don't know
you
how to describe that taste.
put it too much. It's not a wow feeling. For me, it has to have like that wow feeling. This definitely doesn't do that.
It's like nothing with an aftertaste.
Yeah. And yeah, I don't know. Even the feeling, the more I feel like it, the more like I had that great feeling from that previous tea, like amazing, like happy, and then now suddenly like I feel like it's been taken away. So not in a good way. But I'm gonna keep giving this tea a try. Hopefully, it's just a fluke because a lot of time I wanna try it again and again.
It's not bad. It's not like horrible, but it's not good either. It's just
Have you tried my
strange.
honey orchid?
Yeah.
Like
I
the
have
premium
your
one?
honey orchid. Yeah, I have it.
The ancient honey orchid? Have you
No,
tried that?
I don't have the ancient one, but I have the other one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. You wanna try that? I feel like we have to live with a good note. So I'm gonna let you
This
try.
tea just confuses me. I don't know how to describe it
with a good note.
because it's like nothing with an aftertaste.
Yeah, you gotta try my honey orchid. Oh. The more you try it, the more the aftertaste is just the more and more apparent how the aftertaste feel. All right, so this is our new ancient tree honey orchid. This is the one I'm comparing to. All right, so let's not get rid of that yet. need to go back. You have something to compare with. I'm gonna put the same amount, 3.6 grams. To be fair, same temperature, same water. Oh, way too much. .7, close enough. All right. Now, I should keep that, right? I mean, I should keep
on
that.
to the next one.
I just need another picture.
It's so cute.
You never seen that?
No, I've seen it. I'm adoring it.
All right, I'm using a different picture. We're gonna do 3-4 infusion. This tea. Slightly more subtle.
Yeah.
Right? It's not in front of you. Gonna do the rinse. Same thing. Did we do rinse?
Yeah.
The color is very different. Very different in color. Look at that. I mean, this is the rinse though. This is like the brew. I'll be honest with you, the color of this is more beautiful. You know what I mean? So. I still have a half bottle of the Fiji. That's from you.
Well, I can bring by some more if you need.
Next time. All right. Let's try to rinse a little bit. Do you think you tried all of my tea?
I don't think so.
Like each category at least? Probably, right? Because I want to do
each
like
category, but not all of your tea. There's no way I've
Oh,
all
yeah,
of your tea.
like wondering, you know, I want to do like end of the year, like what is the best 5 teas, you know?
Best 5 teas.
No, I haven't drank it.
It doesn't have that dry finish like the other one.
Right? You know what I noticed too when you drink Phoenix? I feel like it has to be the first tea that you drink the day. I'm telling you. Or like at least you want to give like a period of time where you haven't drink anything else. There's something about Phoenix sometimes. When you drink other stuff and then you go to the Phoenix, I feel like you can't really appreciate the flavor the right way.
Well, because it's kind of a subtle tea. It's not like
It's
really powerful in your face.
But if it's like the first thing you drink in a day, I feel like it's really amazing. Like the overall complexity, it's like there's a lot of things going on, but like there's just too much good thing happening, and then you already have a lot of tea earlier. For some reason, you appreciate them less. Look at the color, big difference, huge difference. So this is the first infusion.
It's like white grape juice.
Yeah. This color is more vibrant. This is a little bit more pale, I think, right? It's a little bit more pale. So color, that one is definitely better. Hi, T. Wilt Nelden. He's been enjoying the new Mei-chan.
Oh, this is definitely different from that first rinse.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's like sweeter too.
And something with honey, with like this kind of honey orchid, you wanna like kind of cool it down a little bit too,
Mm-hmm.
because it's so delicate. So if you try to brew it with like, I mean, you drink it with like high temperature, I feel like you can't really taste it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This type of tea is very subtle, and you have to give it its space to really understand it and taste all the flavors.
Oh yeah, it's much more smooth. Here, people only see you half. Nobody can really see you.
It's so good.
Way better.
Mm-hmm.
You know, way better. It's not even close.
Yes,
they-
you can taste the sweetness in the water from this tea.
And in a crazy way, I still taste the bad mouthfeel, the bad flavor from the previous.
From the previous tea, yes.
And it's crazy. I still taste it. Like this,
Yeah.
try its best to cover it up, but it's still
lingering in
it's
your
still
mouth.
hidden underneath. Right?
It is. It's so interesting how the color difference is.
The color is beautiful.
Look
You
at
know,
that.
I have a very high
Difference.
expectation. Unfortunately, the tea itself is. If I never had this, I might kind of fool myself to liking that. You know, because I like the vendor,
Well,
so it's biased.
I don't know. Like when I tasted this one, it kind of reminds me of like if you, I don't know, like when you're a little kid and like you know how like little kids like chew on like plastic toys and things like that, like and it tastes like nothing, but it's like that kind of strange smell, that strange
Yeah.
plastic smell.
Yeah, another thing is like tastes like a
It's like a
burnt
toy
plastic.
that's been marinated in tea, and
Yeah,
it has some kind of weird aura of a chemical taste.
yeah, it's like a a little bit like burnt plastic too.
Yeah.
That's like the extremely. I mean, it's not that bad, but
It's a weird comparison, but yeah.
it sounds
But
like
how
it's
to
so
really
bad, but it's not
explain
that
it.
bad. But it does makes me feel dizzy. So I don't know. It's definitely not something I will sell, but I might have to try again. I really want to like it, but because I
So
sell
this
a lot.
vendor that you got this tea from, do you normally get good tea that's like a different type of tea
Yes,
from them?
yes, they do.
So what are they really good at? Like what is
The duck
some
shit,
of the
it's from
really
them.
good teas?
The Baye is the same, So there's a lot of good tea. It's just the honey orchid. I just never like it. Every year I will get a new sample. I'm like, okay, hopefully this year will be good. Hopefully this year will be good. And nope.
So do you then just tell your vendor, don't send me any more of this type of tea because
No, because who knows? Maybe it was just a bad year, right? There are some years that even the best tea that we had, there are some years they're just not that good. So I never really give up on that. But part of it maybe because I try a lot more honey orchid than the rest, because honey orchid is like one of the most famous oolong. So which means probably my expectation is a little bit higher, because sometimes it's all about what you had in the past.
well, didn't you say before like the more famous the tea, the more chances that there are really bad versions of that tea?
Exactly, yeah, that one too. And honey orchid is very popular, but I really wish I can like that. But so far, no. Alright. And I hate that bad lingering still in my mouth. when when you drink tea that you don't like, and then it's supposed to coat your tongue, but in the bad way, that usually doesn't go away.
So it's like eating curry and drinking tea, and then not being able to taste the tea because all you have in your mouth is curry. Something like really strong and overpowering. That's bad.
Yeah.
I'll do the same thing.
Still much better. Much better. Much better. Yeah. Now you can taste the fruit, right?
Mm.
You can taste the fruit.
I like.
It's a lot cleaner.
If I don't do the happy tea dance, then I don't like it.
No, it's very good. Mm. All right, I gotta go. I'm supposed to do 30 minutes, but man, it's been an hour. Can't believe I've done this 1 hour already. I'm always do too long. But thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again. And happy Saturday. Bye. Hopefully you learned something from our tasting.